Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we are going to be looking at Totally Legit Recaps Equestria Girls Part 2. DWK has outdone himself on this one. He literally took that first half and made me question every single character's sanity. The villain's sanity, the main character's sanity, Spike's sanity. Not because I think he's crazy, but because he's making sense, and that's crazy. He's officially, in the first single part of this, kind of broken down everyone as, hey, you're all kind of stupid and crazy, and you're just doing your jobs. You're doing the best you can. Even Celestia's like, yes, we get it. You are literally the overworked mom who's really on the edge of just going and becoming a full alcoholic, but you're not there yet. You're not there yet, but you're right on the edge. You're right there. You are right there. Yeah. It's things like that. It's like, it's silly, it's funny, it's outrageous, and the more I think about it, the more I think that's an actual criticism of the show that's completely accurate, and DWK actually did a very good service to point it out as a very accurate form of review. Yeah, it surprised me too. It shouldn't, because he's been doing that kind of surprise accuracy this entire series so far, but yeah, it still comes as a surprise to say something so stupid that actually is completely smart and accurate. Yeah. So I'm just going to jump right in and see where this goes. And again, even more than usual, I have literally no idea where this goes because I've never seen this one. I knew it existed. I thought it was just a random spin-off to try and milk it. And then he showed the products they put out to milk it. No. I won't even bring them up again unless he does. And I hope he doesn't. Oh, God, those were terrifying looking. So yeah, link below original video. Hit it up. Let's get started. Nice beat. Is it going anywhere though?
Twilight. Hey, Twilight.
Also,
why are you sleeping
the fact
on
that
books?
she
The
would
portal back
have a
to
crush on a
Equestria
human,
is right
saying she's
here.
a pony.
You could go home for the night and sleep in a real bed. You could take a shower. I mean, teenagers are all oily and flaky. They need frequent showers. The portal even creates clothes for you when you go through.
Oh yeah, it does.
Get a fresh set of clothes when you came back through, and you're gonna have dog hair all over you tomorrow.
To be fair,
seriously,
she's in a library. It's probably a thing.
Anyway, we begin day 2 in Human Land, and everyone's laughing at Twilight, probably because she's greasy and covered in dog hair. Then suddenly...
Also, yeah. Dog. What the hell?
Shimmy made a shitty YouTube video to make Twilight look like a huge dork, which
I mean,
hard because that's like one of her defining character traits. Anyway, our current collection of bipedal doppelgangers tries to offer their
really
assistance,
dorky.
but they all start bitching at each other over a bunch of petty bullshit. And
so
Twilight's
normal.
like, oh my god, this is why those sparkly-haired whores wouldn't go anywhere near this place. Teenagers. Yo, everyone shut the fuck up. You guys used to be friends. Why the hell are you treating each other like shit? Pinkie Pie filled my locker with tampons. She downloaded porn on my laptop and ripped the tags off my mattress. Rainbow Dash stood me up on a date. I mean, bake sale. I didn't do any of that stuff. Oh, wait, really? Except the porn. Sorry about that. It's alright. This was pretty good, guys. I think Sunset might be fucking with us here. Wait, you guys never even talked to each other about this shit? Twilight, if just talking things out was a viable plot option, the entire teen drama genre would just disappear into thin air. So AJ finally goes to talk with Dash, and she's like, turns out someone, and I think we know who, totally stabbed Rainbow in the back.
Damn it, Pinkie!
I thought she ditched me, but she was bleeding and screaming for help in an alley the entire time.
What the fuck?
So, yo,
okay, that escalated.
If you want me to help you gotta play soccer with me.
Apparently the red in her hair is blood.
I'm kinda out of practice.
What?
Wow,
they actually made that joke?
Really
of course they made that joke.
But you tried, and this is a kid's show, so trying still counts. Wouldn't want them to know the truth. And these assholes
either
are
that,
like,
or
out,
you
Sunset.
just like
She's
having
totally
someone you can wail on.
That rainbow chick. Good
also
work, boys. I know what I'm doing tonight. Anyway, so
oh,
gals go to the
what
pub
was
to
that
knock
clip?
back some Irish coffees, but then...
We've got to stop bumping into each other like this.
Oh, God. What is this? Twilight.
Awkward
dude,
romance.
What are you doing?
Okay.
There's a lot of things you can say about old T-Sparks here, scientists, scholars,
say, yeah, she's the wrong species.
Artists, but one thing you definitely couldn't say up till this point was shows any interest in dudes whatsoever.
Of
now,
a different
she's blushing
species.
harder than your average Japanese cartoon chick. When
I like that show.
Gives her that coveted
also, yeah,
notice.
she was best girl in that one.
AJ,
If you know the one.
I'm sorry to jack your lingo again, but what in fucking tarnation is going on
Yeah.
here? Well, Twyfags, before you drop that toaster in
Oh,
your
God.
or just die on the
Oh,
inside,
yeah,
I have an
Groundhog Day.
explanation for you. The explanation is anime. Hold on, stick with me. You see, Equestria Girls
Why'd you pull up
is just
Corey in the
MLP
house as
speckle equivalent
yeah,
of one of
that
those
joke,
Asian
damn it.
cartoons that nerds watch, and really there are only two
She's the best
differences
girl, though.
between the two of them. One,
Did
I
you
can
actually just
understand
create
what
a
the
specific
fuck they're
image for the
saying
hand?
without having to read words, which is great, and two, the titties are smaller, which just really fucking sucks. Now, as we all know, there is nothing hornier and more depraved than a high school-aged anime girl, and poor Twice's
You've been bringing out a lot of images of that one
unsuspecting, geeky,
specific
virginal
show.
consciousness
Forget
has
its
just
name,
been thrust into the hormonally psychotic body of one of these ravenous beasts. The fact that she didn't drop to her knees right here and shove this dude's rod down her esophagus speaks to her restraint and discipline as a person.
God damn.
DWK, you say? You're just making excuses. Listen, man, she ain't my waifu, and as I pointed out in the
Yoko,
first
good
video,
choice.
she's an adult. So long as she gets that crown
she's
back and she doesn't get
Twilight in the
crotch rot,
house,
I don't
really.
care what she sticks where. And let's be honest, the chick who gets this excited over books and table settings might, I'm just saying it might not be so bad for her, you know? But more importantly, is all that bullshit I just said any less plausible than Twilight? This Twilight Sparkle, developing a crush on some random dude
kind of
she
looks like
just
her brother.
met. And Twice thinking like, oh fuck, I have to get out of here. I don't think
And,
turning
you know,
back
different
into a pony's
species than
gonna
you're
fix
used
a
to.
busted cherry. So she's all, guys, if we don't make me popular right now, I am totally boned in every sense of the word.
Oh,
Like,
God.
darling, bro, check this shit out. Let's dress up like ponies and sing a song. Rarity, that's fucking gay. So what? Having fun is lame now? Of course it is. The internet told me so. Why would you listen to a bunch of anonymous retards?
He's just there staring at her.
Let's do this.
That's
You
just
listen.
his
Whether or not
head
you like
gaze, it's just
EQG,
the
you
background.
cannot deny
Why
that
is that
this
so
song
funny?
will knock your fucking trunk. When the girls get this beat fired up and Twigs kicks down the door with that 808, I do a little fist
808?
pump every single time. You may not know
What's
this,
808?
but back when the first concept art for EQG dropped, I was loudly and obnoxiously opposed to the idea, but I
Really?
gave it a shot anyway.
Honestly,
And
I thought
as
he
I
really
was
shot
watching
glasses.
this scene,
I think those
I
are full cups.
realized I was having fun. You guys remember what
Wait, he's
fun
allowed to
is,
do that?
right? So that awesome song ends, but here comes Smug Set Shimmer strutting around like she still owns the place,
Oh,
but
God.
sporting the
And they're all
weakest
wearing ears.
entourage ever.
Pony ears
dude,
instead of kitty
like,
ears.
Seriously, you look cooler by yourself than you do with these dweeblers flanking you. They're dildos.
Yeah.
You use them and you put them away. You don't walk down the hall waving them around. Okay, so now we know
Oh,
one
my.
of two things is true. Either Sunset has the most god-tier Photoshop skills of any high schooler in the history of the world,
Or Twilight's
human
horrible at
Luna
dancing.
is retarded. No, look, I'm a huge Luna fan, okay? Go ask the guys in the Moon thread. They can tell you some shit. That aside, looking at the situation as objectively as I can, what is more likely? That Sunset Shimmer is a photo editing genius, or that a lady who wears a belt around the middle of her shirt might not be the sharpest tack?
To be fair, that's a
Oh my
fashion
God,
statement
no,
I've seen.
Wait, I was wrong.
I don't get it, but-
Everyone is retarded. Everyone involved in this farce of a sabotage, whether intentionally
Wait, they actually
or
cut
not,
the
needs
pictures
to be
out?
put on a bus and sent to the special school across town. Sunset,
retard?
was this your plan? This was the ace up your sleeve. How did you even do this?
You have
took
magic,
Pictures
maybe.
with a
Maybe not?
smartphone
I don't
and
actually
then
know.
print them out and cut them up and what? Use a color copier to combine them together?
Honestly, it looks
Or
more
wait,
Photoshop when you
did
put it in the
use
other
a
one.
Scanner and then print them again? And then for the finishing move, the coup de fucking gras, leave the used
How'd you get a
photos
picture of
in
that?
plain
Oh, okay.
sight at the top of a school trash can. Masterful! I'm just kidding, Sonny. I love
Why did
you.
she get all
You're
beat
just
up?
meant to be a
What?
hero, not
What?
a villain. So Luna accepts the counter evidence just as quickly as she accepted the
That-
evidence itself, and Twiggy
I'm
is
going
off
with
the
you
hook
are just
thanks to
drunk
some
right now.
baffling miscalculations, and of course,
Photoshop
our
Shimmer.
man Flash, the Bradnator Sentry. So yes, Twice to the Prom, which has now been postponed today due to the gym.
Can
being
we all just say
trashed,
he's
and
just
she's
the
like,
alternate
"Oh,
version copy of her
Brad,
brother?
that-
Just calling it now because
Wait,
it would
no,
be
get
creepy
me
if
the
anything
fuck
else
outta
happened.
here. And Ray's like, yo,
It'd be creepy
T,
if that
everything
happened, too.
Gucci? And Twice's like, dude, Spike, I can't keep this ravenous teenager cooch under control for much longer. If I don't get out of here tonight, I'm gonna be stuck in this madhouse for 30 plot years fucking a 17-year-old boy. So finally,
And
as
you're
Spike's
probably in
behest,
your
she
30s,
tells the
so
dudes that she's
yeah.
a freak from another dimension and that the crown is a magical whatever, and that if she doesn't get it tonight, she's gonna commit statutory rape. And they're like,
Let me get this straight. You're a pony?
And Dash is all,
Awesome!
we
What?
don't care if you're a horse girl, Twilight. You're our friend. Also, what do you mean statutory rape? You're both the same age. I'm like 25, dude. Ew, that's
Oh,
fucked.
really?
Why do you
I was
look
going
like
older.
a teenager? Hey, the portal only gave me 2 choices, and this was a hell of a lot better than the adult model. Well, this is all pretty fucking weird.
Eh.
You guys want to do another song? What
Eh,
else will we do? I love
It would
ponies
definitely
mixed
change
with
the show
pop music.
dynamic.
And we get 2 in a goddamn row. It's so cute. It gives my heart a massive boner. A
What?
raging heart on, if you will. It's nothing sexual, of course. There's no need to
A
beat the meat
heart
that
on.
beats on its own.
Also,
Anyway,
I'm
long
getting a
story
kick out of the fact he's
everything's
bringing in
fixed,
so many
and now they
different
have pretty dresses. So
animes.
they roll up to this bitch in a limo.
How do they get a limo?
Zestfully clean and ready to grind
Rarity.
the night away. And Brad is like, dude, I know you screamed and ran away when I asked you out, but I just wanted to check if that's your final answer. And Purple's like,
I didn't say no. I mean, I did, but I didn't mean no.
alarm bells are ringing, Twilight. So everything's banging and Rarity is doing some
What?
very ladylike twerking. Then the music ends and
That's
spares
twerking?
us from whatever
That-
the fuck Dash thinks she's
I
doing
honestly don't
here.
know how
And
to dance, so I have no idea if that's
Princess
good or
Celestia
not.
announces the winner of the popularity contest.
Does she wear the same thing all the time?
Oh,
Of course she does.
Shit, Twiggy McSparkle sweeps it up and finally gets that
It's like plot.
fucking crown back. All right, sweet. Time to bounce back to Horseland and be done with
Is it
this
another
insanity.
fake?
Wait, Sunset, are you seriously telling me you can knock that entire statue down by yourself? It's fucking huge. I think someone could stop you before you got all the way through it. Or wait, is she implying that if she hits this part, it'll break the portal? Wouldn't the sledgehammer just go through the portal?
Wouldn't you do that ahead of time,
Twilight brought
then?
a bunch of shit with her. It accepts non-magical inanimate objects. Also, nice
Except for Spike.
hearing. Never seen that before.
Really? I thought he did go
Never
with it.
will again. And Sonny's all, give me the crown or I'll knock this entire statue down with this hammer and my 90-pound body. No. Fuck you.
Yeah,
So
no, that probably won't
Sunset
work.
Shimmer just gives up.
What?
She's done. She doesn't have a backup plan here, nor does it
She didn't have a
appear to be
backup plan?
some kind of feint. She just
Seriously?
drops it. And the only reason this whole conflict didn't end right here and now is because she hears Twiggy's friends praising her and completely loses her shit.
Yes, she's so very special.
This
Yeah,
brings me back
kinda.
to that question I was kicking around earlier. What the hell happened to Sunset? Everyone always compares Sunset with Glimmer and says that they're essentially the same character, but I've never felt that way. And
Yeah,
this
that
scene is one of
it
the
seems
big
way more
reasons
personal to Sunset than
why.
anything else.
Starlight Glimmer went through a traumatic experience as a child, and yeah, I know. It wouldn't have been so devastating if she just, I don't know, kept in touch with Sunburst, but kids are stupid, and it's beside
I mean, he
the
ain't
point
wrong.
regardless. The point is that
Oh,
experience
God!
shaped her entire worldview and was the genesis of an ideology that I'm probably being generous by calling questionable, but it was an ideology nonetheless. That is to say that Glimmy actually believed what she was doing was right and that the world would have been a better place if it had adopted the social structure she'd created. Sunset Shimmer does not give me that impression at all. She's not doing this fucked up shit in service of some twisted idea of a
Sounds more like
greater
straight out
good.
revenge.
As far as I can tell, she's just
Specifically
mad.
against a
The
certain
things
person,
we've seen over
Pony.
the course of this movie are not the machinations of someone executing any kind of carefully thought
is someone who just
play
wants
for
to
power,
one-up
nor does she
Twilight.
at any point offer rhetoric that might
Also, it
speak
makes sense
to
why
a
she didn't just steal the
driving
thing. It doesn't matter. She
philosophy
just wants to
behind
win.
her actions. Sunset just seems angry. She's cruel, vindictive, lashes out at anyone and everyone, and her plan is just made up on the
Yeah.
fly. The
She's
more
not good
I
at
think
being
about it,
bad.
the more obvious it becomes that this is a rebellion, and I'm not talking a political secession or a military coup.
it's the letter
I mean
code,
a
isn't it?
leather
It's definitely the letter
jacket
code.
wearing, rap metal listening, mad
See?
at my
See?
mom, fuck you, that makes this seemingly absurd premise of sticking MLP in a high school suddenly look very appropriate.
Really, a mustache?
Oh, wait, I started psychoanalyzing My Little Pony characters again. Give me a moment
And you're
while
making
I fix
sense.
myself a bleach martini with a side of noose. Honestly, I think this is a legitimately potent image. Sunset gnawing at her lip with tears streaming down her face before they evaporate as her transformation completes. I think she knows this is all wrong, but this is My Little Pony the anime, so we need a final form with a slutty outfit and a rainbow explosion before the movie can end. And Twice like,
Really?
dude, Shims, you need to grow up, man. This is fucking retarded and you know know it. But I am grown up, Twilight. That's why it's so easy for me to manipulate these vapid, clueless teenagers. And
Yeah,
now
but the
that
thing
I
is,
have
she's
my
also grown
own
up, and it's
personal
not.
army of impressionable young people, I'll have emotional validation for the rest of my life. These kids
God,
right here
including
are
this
more
one.
mature than you.
That
Listen, you
implies
dumb
I
whore.
have that
Becoming an
power.
adult is not about
That would
a
imply I
number.
know what
It
the hell I'm
doesn't
doing.
magically
That's
happen
obviously not
when
true.
you reach a certain age. It happens when you stop being a selfish tool and realize that there are more important things in this world than your stupid little feelings. I'm
you're
fucking
really
terrified
overestimating
of being a princess, but I'm just gonna fucking do it because the world doesn't revolve around my emotions. You get what I'm saying? Go fuck yourself, Twilight. Alright, I tried. Let's fucking smash her. One thing I love about Twilight is that she understands the value of a good bitch slap. She's very
that a
courteous. She
freaking
always tries to
tornado
talk
rainbow?
sense into people
What the
first,
hell?
but Purple here clearly recognizes that sometimes
yeah,
people
still
don't
magic.
listen to reason, and you just gotta smack them around a little bit.
And
she's
as everyone
like,
knows,
I'm sorry I had to do that,
when you
dude,
have
but
magic
you need to
powers
get
and
your
you
shit
beat someone's
together.
face in,
You're gonna
you become
trash your
friends.
whole life. But what's the point in even trying? Everyone hates me now. Man, you'd be really surprised what people are
Anyone
willing
notice?
to forgive you for if you just stop being a dick. You can fix
Yeah.
this, but you need to start now. So,
Also, you
Tweedles
didn't really
gets the crown
do
back, everyone parties
anything.
hard,
You just
and our
kinda put on a
victorious
slutty
princess
red outfit.
turns her
Oh, wow,
trademark
that
wiggle
dancing.
into the next big dance craze. We say a heartfelt goodbye to our two-legged freak shows, and Twilight's like, you know what,
Yeah,
Spike?
did they
You
get
were
rid of the
right. I just gotta deal with
parts?
this shit. Responsibility isn't always a choice. Sometimes, yo, dude, shut the fuck up. You already did a speech a minute ago, and I just want to go home. I'm sick of licking my own ass, and I'm just amazed we got out of here before you sucked off that dweeb with the blue hair. Oh, yeah. I'm glad that didn't happen in the bathroom while everyone was dancing. Twilight, please tell me you didn't. I'm just kidding, Spike. I'm just...
No. Also, calling it now. That's her brother. Just because it kind of looks like him. And that was part 2 of Equestria Girls from Totally Legit Recap. And yeah, I said in the beginning, he psychoanalyzed and made a very good, honest analysis of a character plot point. And then he did it again with Sunset. And this is just my own curiosity right now, but does anyone actually know what caused her to go all rage demon? Because literally red demon at the end. I mean, yeah, that was a thing. I mean, sure, there's anthropomorphic ponies and pegasi and unicorns and Draconequises. There had to be a demon in there somewhere, and apparently, yeah, we found it. It was in the human-ish world. I have a lot of questions, and all of them can be summed up as, what the hell happened? Because he made a good point. Something happened here. This is rage. This is not a master plan. This is not an ideology based on trauma. This is wanting to beat down Twilight, it seems like. Not specifically stealing the crown, not specifically winning. That's more just like it's a goal to work towards. But the ultimate one is to beat down Twilight in the process. It does feel very much that. And as he mentioned in the beginning, yeah, she was the former student prior to Twilight. Something happened she wasn't. Maybe the show went over more, and I probably want to go look at it now because that is actually curious. But it does seem like whatever it was the driving factor, and it just wasn't mentioned. Is it going to come up later? I don't know. I kind of want to know. And I'm trying very hard not to think about the fact that Twilight is a pony who has no interest in romance of pony type of any kind, and is honestly barely mentioned except for her brother. Yeah, actually, now I think about it, that's pretty much it. And then she meets a guy who kind of looks like a human version of her brother, and she's, not even joking, smitten. I mean, the joke, of course, in the recap was it went a lot farther, but either way, it's just a little freaky because pony crush on human. I mean, yes, technically at the time she's human, but there's a good mental aspect of, oh my god, WTF, wrong species, that should be applied. Granted, I'm saying this when I know people have crushes on the ponies and, they're human, so it's probably one of those more fluid things with this audience, just because it's more of an accepted concept at this point, because there's a good anthropomorphization of both sides. I'm over-analyzing this, and yeah, I'm not analyzing it, I'm analyzing it. Sounds much more political. That's not even a word, but I'm going to pretend it is, because I can do that. The English language, the one kind where you can actually make up complete bullshit, and as long as you reference it the same multiple times, it technically counts as a new functioning word. Yeah, that's actually a thing. You can thank Shakespeare for making up a good portion of the English language because of that. I forget the words, but apparently some of them are pretty common. I forget what they were, though. So yeah, if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And next up, I think we have Rainbow Rocks. I mean, I knew there was more episodes of Equestria Girls, but I kind of thought it was a TV show. Apparently it wasn't, so it's a movie. Movies. He's going through them right now. I'm really out of my depth on this one because it kind of seemed like the plot resolved itself. Didn't it? Whatever. We'll find that out with the next one. And maybe we'll get more interest in the pony on person action. No. I'm just trying to think about it. It's not my kink, no. Yeah. Also, all the different animes he put in, choice. Very choice. I keep forgetting the one, though. I think it's Watamo? The one with the girl who had that really pervy face, but she's tiny. Never remember the name. I think it's like, I'll remember it later. It's going to bug me, though. It will bug me. So in case you haven't already, link below, original video. Hit it up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.